Hey everybody, N5BSB here. I've got a special one for you today. No matter how much we operate, we prepare, we train, we can always make mistakes. And I made a big mistake today. So I'm going to explain to you what happened on my activation today. And this gives you some food for thought when it comes to preparing your emergency grab, go bag, whatever it may be. So stick around and see where my failure went wrong today. All right, so let me just explain a little bit about what happened. A friend of ours, my wife's, called us just out of the blue and said, y'all want to meet us over at the lake? And this is one of the places that I go do POTA activations from time to time. And they were already on their way. And it's a 30-minute drive for us to get over there. So I told her, I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So literally, it was almost the same as preparing, for a catastrophic event or something where you had to flee the house. We grabbed 3 bottles of water, loaded the kids in the car. I grabbed my stuff and just took off. And we were literally out the door in less than 10 minutes, probably more like 7 minutes. We were on the road headed to this lake. So we get there, and it was probably 7:30-ish time frame, something like that. I figured, the sun's going to go down around 8:30. Had plenty enough time to get an activation in while they were taking pictures of the sunset and all the stuff that they like to do. So I got my antenna, line thrown in the tree, got my coax hooked up, got my antenna, everything, got my Windows 10 tablet out, my keyboard, my mouse, everything set up. And it was at that moment that it dawned on me that I had just made a fatal flaw, and I'm going to let you see the video to see what happened.
สวย
Not bad. First try too, huh?
Wow. แบตก็จะหมดที่ต้องเซฟแบตอ่ะ
Something missing.
Okay.
Rule number 1, when you go out to do an activation, don't forget your radio.
mejor.
All right, so I'm back home now. It was dark. Literally, I think I made 22 contacts on FT8, 20 meters. And for those of you that I couldn't get to, I did everything I could. I was under time constraints and fighting off mosquitoes and getting dark and everything else. So I tried to wrap it up as quick as I could so that we could get out of there, get my antenna down, everything before I lost all the light that we had. With that being said, here's my thought after I forgot the most important part of your equipment, which is your radio. And what happened is I normally, my Zygu X6100, I keep in this this little small bag here. And I haven't used it in a couple of weeks, and I had moved it and I had put it up underneath a different table from where I normally keep it. And I've been using other radios and stuff over the last couple of weeks, and I haven't even thought about it. The other piece of gear, which is about the other 90%, is in this little small tactical bag here. That's where my coax, you know, all the other essentials that I need is in that bag. And then the only other thing that I ever take out is I've got a little tool bag, which has just got some screwdrivers, some throw line and stuff like that in it. So I had grabbed the tool bag and this little tactical bag and my tablet and went out the door. Got there, got the antenna, everything all set up, and then realized that I didn't even have a radio. Now, I could have just called it a wash and took everything down and just said the heck with it. But I decided to turn around and drive home 30 minutes, get my stuff, drive 30 minutes back, and because everything was pretty much set up, I was able to get on the air pretty quick. And ended up, you know, making enough contacts, and I think I said it's 22 or somewhere in there. But this got me to thinking, if this had been a real life serious crisis, that would have been a very big mistake. So now it's got me rethinking this whole idea of having this little small compact bag like this. I'm actually leaning toward maybe going to a little bit larger tactical style backpack instead of something like this. I do like it. I like it. Its size. You can grab it. It's easy. But there is also always a chance that you could forget it. And I think it makes more sense to have everything in one bag so that if you had to just grab something and go, you know, you got one bag to grab. The tool bag it's not absolutely needed. It's got, you know, pliers, screwdrivers, you know, a throw line, which I could probably incorporate that into the other bag as well. So anyway, it's embarrassing. I don't know how many activations I've done. You know, I know better. It's just something that slips our mind, and I know I'm not probably the only one that's done it, but it really has me thinking now. I'm going to rethink how I keep this gear in my shack and what I'm going to do with it in the future. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. We did have fun. As you heard on one of the videos, my friend's wife was astounded at how I threw that line up in the tree. And I lost count how many times she said wow, but we really had a good time, and we enjoyed the wives got to be out there and watch the sunset, and I got to make some contacts, so that's always a good day. Take care, everyone. Catch you on the next one. 73.